2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Wednesday podcast brought to you today by the Euro Shop.
Beige, grey, black, navy blue, white. No fancy colours or nothing.
So we're talking shop here. Actually talking shop.
No, well, Luttsy went out and he's done something very smart.
DFO.
You'll appreciate this, Nick. He went out, he bought a shirt that is, fits him is good. See this one?
Like that. That'd be extra large. I got a bit bigger.
Yeah, and he bought 6 of them.
Yep.
Different colours.
Different colours. And I said to him, he should go and throw every other shirt out.
I got them hanging up in my cupboard now.
Just take them all down to the bin and chuck them all, give them off to
I'll give them to my brother. He'll wear any of them.
There you go. Give them to Brad. Yeah, Brad, here's some of my hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You don't need that many clothes.
I've used the same tactic. I reckon I've got this kind of shirt and about 6 or 7 different colours. I went, yep, that fits.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
I'm telling you, I stayed down in Sydney early in the year. I think I told this. I stayed at, for whatever reason, family friends stayed at.
Tell it again, mate.
One of the,
For those that haven't heard this story
one of the
before.
richest mofos in the world. He's a rich guy. Beautiful 3-story situation. He was actually on the board of Ralph Lauren, all this sort of stuff. I had a sneak peek at the old master bedroom wardrobe. He had probably 8 polo shirts, 4 T-shirts, a couple of pairs of slacks, a couple of pairs of shoes. That was it. Like, what are we doing here?
That's
I've got
real wealth.
So much shit.
I like it, yeah.
And then if you were
Why?
switched on, you'd go, I'm not going to keep the shirt for a year. After a year, I'll cash it in. I'll go and get some new shirts.
gone.
After a year. That's it.
Yep.
Then you're always going to look good.
Yeah.
Me, I get, it's ridiculous. I get emotionally attached to a T-shirt.
I get it.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
But the things we
The
spend
shirt
money
doesn't-
on and don't
yes.
spend money on is absurd. You know what I mean?
The clothing store I used to work at back in the day, which for this sake of this break will remain nameless, we once found out how much they were actually made for versus what we sold them. You go, it is so difficult to imagine getting attached to something that cost that little to manufacture, but yet here we are.
I do it with underpants. No, I can't lose these ones. I had to,
Yeah,
I'm going to say donate them to Brad.
I might try and see if he does it. He probably would.
Brad, these don't fit me anymore. I was thinking of you.
Yeah, they're real tight on me. Like, just sort of like they can't fit the other carriage.
You know what? He wouldn't throw them out. He'd go to his house for Christmas, and his wife would be like cleaning plates with them or something. Like they'd reutilise them. Or cleaning windows with my old underpants.
I can't get that stain out of the window. No, the undies.
Now,
I'm
Nick,
eating Euroshop.
do you want to
Sorry
read?
about
Do you want to read the incorrect guesses for the podcast?
Yeah, so remember, this is the only
what?
place you can get the incorrect
The mystery
guesses
voices.
for our mystery voices. So far, these are the incorrect guesses. Sophie Monk, Eric Idle, Perez Hilton, Lisa McCune, Billie Eilish, Alec Baldwin, Nicole Richie, Amy Shark, Peter Hellier, Troy Kinney, Dave Hughes, Russell Brand, Danny Minogue, Rebel Wilson, Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern, Mel Gibson, Troy Sivan, Felix Williamson, Abby Forsyth, Damon Herriman, and who's Damon Herriman?
I just went through that on
Amy
air.
Parks.
He was in a Tarantino film.
You know what? He played Charles Manson in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Tarantino film, and then they had
An Aussie.
Yeah, and then they had that show Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. Oh,
Mindhunter on Netflix. He played Manson on the Mindhunter series
did
as
he?
well.
What?
He played Charles Manson in 2 separate
Did he?
projects
Okay.
within the space of 12 or 18 months.
So I every time I think of Mindhunter, the lead character was called Holden Ford, and which is a great supercars joke for anyone in Australia. Like all Aussies watching that were going, "What?"
He played a character called Holden
His
Ford?
character's name was called Holden Ford.
Yeah, that's Aussie satire.
Cannot make this up. Yeah.
Hey, that Damon Herriman, he's in that show that I was telling you about that I keep seeing the clips for on social media. With that, it's an Australian show. It's got Brooke Satchwell in it, and it looks fantastic.
Mr. In Between.
Mr. In Between. He's in Mr. In Between.
Right.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah, he is good. He's solid. Told you he's a real person.
But not good enough to be mystery voice. Sorry, guys.
Unfortunately, no connections with Nikki.
I'm getting no closer to it.
I had no
there's a
idea
connection with
that
Nicky,
was
but-
him in the Tarantino film.
See, it's a good time to play a serial killer twice without pigeonholing yourself because no one knows what he looks like yet.
Yeah.
You know what? Like if he played a nice guy next time, I wouldn't know that
That's
that
the same-
happened.
yeah.
So yeah, good call.
Good call.
Agent, whoever his agent is.
Yeah,
By the way, hasn't anyone? Can we just address one of the elephants in the list? Hasn't old mate Alec Baldwin just piped back up again? Getting a start on SNL. He was on SNL, right? 50 years.
Did he?
Oh, did he? I didn't see clips of
sure
him
he
from that one.
I'm sure he was standing there doing a monologue to camera in the front of the crowd.
They would have had to have brought him back.
He definitely did.
They would have
They
brought-
did.
Yeah. They couldn't do it without him.
Did they mention?
No, they didn't. They didn't get a mention. It's just like it's all over. Apparently, yeah. He got off, didn't he? Did he?
Well, he's
Yeah, I think there's still stuff that's ongoing. But
Yeah, there's always going to be, as soon as there's one ruling, there's going to be like another, someone's going to bring another lawsuit forward. And it's just going to keep going and going and going.
Funny how you can get cancelled for voting for Trump. You
Yeah.
don't get cancelled. Yeah,
Like he
I
did-
didn't say anything there. I'm just saying it's interesting, isn't it?
I'm just making
the
observations.
different things that you get cancelled for and not get cancelled for.
If we can start making a definitive list over time.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Because if you know the law, you just need precedent. But that's
and
not
while I'm
precedent.
at it, by the way, while I'm at
While
it,
you're off.
if you want to continue, because he was on Saturday Night Live's 50th thing, he did some monologue to camera from right in front of the crowd. Like he stood up, he was in the front row, and delivered it pathetically.
Really?
He's reading it. Like, I'm always amazed at actors when they have to do that. The best actors in the world.
In Saturday
and
Night
they
Live.
can't even friggin' pull that off. Like,
when they present-
that makes me think it can't be that bloody hard what they do.
When they
Like,
present-
honestly.
yeah, at the Oscars,
It's
when
amazing.
they get up there.
But
At
in
the Oscars.
Saturday Night Live, you see it more where they just it's like, did you guys rehearse this? Like, it's like you have no idea what the next line is going to be.
Yeah.
It's so obvious that they're reading it off cue cards.
If only you trained your whole life to just focus on this one skill.
Exactly. Like, I don't get that. How they can... Oscars is where you see it the most, where you can barely read.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be the greatest actor of thespian of the modern time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How about you act like you're not reading?
And then that imbecile, bloody Casey Musgrave gets up. She's a singer. So all you need to know as a singer is have a voice and know where the friggin' microphone is. Remember when she walked up at the bloody Grammys and the microphone's like from me to you away?
Yeah.
And she just stops
That's right.
and
Yeah.
starts talking. Like she doesn't even understand the concept of the microphone.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like you're at great auntie at your wedding.
This is what it was like. Yeah, this is what it was like. When you were talking back there when she's presenting it all.
Literally, it's like this. It's like, this is what, so no one else talk here. This is what she did. See here. The next nominee is for Best Original Score. And they had to crank it so you could hear every bit of ambience in the room. You could hear people having popcorn in row 20.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, what is, like, are you...
Stage presence,
what
guys.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know? Anyway.
I'm having that conversation with the kid at the moment because they got to do a presentation. He's having to do a written thing. He goes, it doesn't have to be neat. It just has to be somewhat readable. And I'm like, I think it needs to be neat. And I said, if you got that up there and had to present something, you had to speak in front of everyone, do you just get up and read the words off the paper? Or do you put in a bit of pizzazz into it, mate? And he said, well... If you just read the words right, I'm like, wrong! Yeah. No, get up there and have a bit of showbiz about it, mate, for God's sake.
I tell you what, I'm finding myself doing in MC roles. You'll like this, Nick, or you'll like this, because you'll do MC work. When you get a script, and if you get a real good script on an awards night where it's like you pretty much got to read it verbatim because it's the next up is the small to medium sized grocery, which I literally did last week with IGA. But just to like get a bit of this about you, so I'm just reading this right off a script, which is in front of me. It only costs $5 to become an RACQ lifestyle member, and it actually gets you so many perks that it also includes some incredible discounts. Where I'm looking at the crowd the whole time. I'm just looking down once every, just like bang, bang, back up again, getting another
You're acting
five
like-
words and taking 20 seconds to say those next 5 words. Like, I am just up here just making this up. But somehow,
I'd love to come and rip that script off the lectern.
I got
Just have it on a fishing line and just yank it from the second table.
Yeah, he's now.
I got done in. No, I tried to do that the
You
other
don't
day.
even know what you're saying.
I got done in by that because
I don't even know what I'm saying.
okay. So you've got a well-formatted sheet there. You can read those words pretty clearly. I had like a lower lectern, and they'd given me like a run sheet, which is like all these boxes, it's all like production stuff,
I know,
and the script's
which you
right
don't
next to
need.
it.
Yeah,
You don't
right.
need,
Yeah,
but they hadn't given me the script. It was just, I'm like, I think I said, yeah, that's fine. I didn't realise how low down the lectern was.
So you can't read it.
So I was up that, doing that, and then, this writing's really small.
Yeah. It's the worst nightmare.
Anyway, so, but RSCQ, jeez, they're there when you need them. And
I'm sorry, they're not there when you need them.
In really small font.
they may or may not be there.
Yeah, so that's there you go. But that's what you should be telling. Who was it? Jimmy.
My oldest boy, yeah.
Meanwhile, can you imagine if I was a primary school teacher, especially, or not even primary school, but just, I guess primary school more so than high school, but on the day where it's oral presentations day, where they've got to get up and mate, I'm calling in sick.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're sitting there with a gong.
I'm not
What?
sick.
You're not even doing it.
If I'm the teacher,
Oh,
I'm not sitting there
teacher.
to watch a whole class jump up and, a dolphin
Oh, it's pathetic.
can swim like any other dolphin.
Not even primary school. I reckon. Or maybe it's changed now. You see kids on parade now, or parade. That's what we used to call it.
Yeah,
Then they just like, holy shit, this kid looks like he's doing a TED talk. He's in grade 11 at St. Whatever's. But I in grade 10, I remember I thought I'm not gonna bore the teacher. I did a Great Gatsby one where I was Jay Gatsby, or whatever his name was, and I got put in a cassette recorder and it taped myself doing like, here's the news, the Gatsbys, whatever the blah 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 blah, and then I stop it and then I become Gatsby. I've got palm cards. I dropped the palm cards. I dropped my palm cards and had to go, can we start again?
Oh, God.
And then I had to do the tape bit again. So anything which that was
All you cool
mildly
guys in the back,
entertaining.
just pretend you haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I still remember that day. Awful.
People go, hurry up, Lutz, I was going to get the lunch, you dickhead.
You know what, I liked it better the first time.
Just do your stupid thing.
The Ash Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.